Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy
We're
Monday.
matchy on accident.
We are. We didn't mean to be. It's just this happens every so often where I'm like, oh my God, we're twins.
Although you're probably in denim and it looks purple. So
I am in denim. This is like a Western shirt, and I've got like yoga pants on. Yeah.
you guys, 2 emails. By the way, if you guys want to send us emails about your personal MyPillow experiences, we love this. You guys, we cannot get enough of this. So the first one comes from Ginger Spencer. She lives in Hopedale, Illinois. And she said, I'm such a huge fan of you both. Have been watching your live videos on Rumble. My husband and I had COVID about a month ago, and neither of us had severe symptoms. So after 10 boring, fatigue-filled days of quarantine, I decided to order ourselves a post-COVID treat. Enter MyPillow. Your rave reviews of their sheet sets won me over, and we finally got them on Saturday. All I can say about these sheets is they are the bomb.com.
They are pretty awesome.
We feel like we're sleeping in a luxury hotel somewhere, but wait. The story doesn't end there. Oh, yes. The kitten fur squeezy technology. She says, I ordered myself the light gray moccasin slippers, and they are a game changer. In fact, I'm not ashamed to say that I wore them to church today.
Oh, my gosh. I love it.
I am a MyPillow customer for life. So that is from Ginger. And then also Babe Johnson said, I just wanted to thank you both for your support of Mike Lindell and advertising the discount code during your morning YouTube show. In the past 3 weeks, I have purchased 2 sets of split king sheets, moccasins for my husband, a large dog bed, Mike's book, and the 20-pound weighted blanket. She used the code CHICKS on every single item. And the discount happened for everything except for the book. So that's good to know that the discount works on everything but the book.
I'm going to need the weighted blanket. I'm going to need that.
You need it.
That's like the one thing I haven't ordered. I'm going to need it.
You got to get the weighted blanket for sure.
Totally.
And you guys can get in on that discount too if you use code CHICKS at either 800-875-0513 or mypillow.com. Do it today. Can I just take a minute really fast and do a little bit of self-promotion, a moment of personal privilege, if I may?
Okay. I mean, sure. If you want to do that, absolutely. You go.
So I really, really, really want you and everybody watching to listen to the Mock and Rob show today from 9 to noon on 93 WIBC or WIBC.com. Especially you, because I think you're really going to enjoy the guest that I have today.
You think I will enjoy the guest?
Yeah, I think everybody will. Yeah, I think everybody's going to enjoy the guest. Rob's been off for the past few Mondays. He's going to be off for a couple more Mondays.
What
and I've got
slacker.
fill-ins.
He's a slacker. I mean, I hand him that job on a platter and he slacks off. When did I ever slack off?
Never. You came in after 1 week getting spinal fusion surgery.
Like a wrecking ball. That's what I did.
Slacking is not you.
Right.
But yeah, well, and to be fair to Rob, he's actually not a slacker. He never wants to take days off.
Okay, fine. That's fine, whatever. But he's taking Mondays off, and I have to give him lots of crap about that. Anyway, so you got a guest host, huh?
Yeah, I had this awesome guy Micah Beckwith last Monday. I've got Hammer and Nigel filling in on some days, and then today I also have a guest, and I want you to hear that person. I want everybody else to hear that person. So just please make sure to tune in WIBC.com if you're not here in Indy. To listen to the radio, you can stream it live.
You guys should really hear who that guest is today.
For real, because I think everybody's going to enjoy it.
Really hear who that is.
You sent me a disgusting story this morning. You sent it last night, but I was already in bed. But I saw it this morning and I was like, ew, why are you sending me this disgusting story? But it's about Bill Gates apparently like hitting on Microsoft employees while he was married to Melinda.
Yeah, and it's so gross. And he has like apparent ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Raise your hand if any of this surprises you. I mean, are you really surprised by any of this, you guys?
Anybody? I don't see any hands raised.
Or anyone? I mean, because seriously, and listen, I mean, he's sort of like that super nerdy, like kind of. He always seemed like a super nerdy, pervy guy to me, doesn't he?
I see. I never got the perv vibe. I always got super nerd, but I never got the perv vibe from him.
I do. He just
Really?
kind of yeah, I do.
No.
And I get it from Bezos too. He may not be.
Oh yeah, that
But
I definitely
Bezos,
get.
I get it too. I mean, listen, don't sue me or anything, Bezos. I'm just saying, I get the vibe. Like if I saw you in a bar, I'd be like, I'm gonna go ahead, and that's a hard pass for me. It's a hard pass. You know, I'm gonna stay over here
Right.
with the poor people. You know what I mean? I don't need you or your money or your weirdness or that eye. I don't need any of that. You know, just don't want it. I don't want any of it.
Yeah. Well,
Bill Gates is the same. He's the same way. He just creeps me out. He just creeps me all the way out.
Well, and then apparently it was as early as 2013 that Melinda said to Bill, listen, I don't really like you hanging out with that Jeff Epstein guy because he seems like kind of a skeeve. And then in 2019, when everything came like busting open about how awful Epstein was, then she hired the divorce lawyers and started putting the wheels in motion and trying to be like, I don't want anything to do with any of this. So that's what kind of prompted the whole thing, apparently.
Ew.
Ew is right.
And so
Double
what else?
ew.
And the thing is, what else are we going to find out? Probably nothing, because all the people who have been connected to Epstein, we know nothing. I mean, think about it. It's that case.
Maybe what's her name? Galen. Maybe she will get offered a deal if she like comes clean about some Bill Gates stuff.
It would be
that would be amazing.
But I mean, it's like him and a gajillion other people that have been wrapped up with that disgusting monster. And they all were, think of the stuff they were doing.
Yeah.
And then like yesterday I saw, what was it? I don't even know what outlet it was. The press, who is so convenient to do this on yesterday, after all the stuff comes out, right? I see a picture of Bill Gates with one of his daughters. I guess he has more than one daughter. I don't know. And it's like Bill Gates taking time to spend quality father-daughter time with his daughter, blah. And I was just like, really? Like, this is really? Because this is what they do, right? I mean, they're so crafty about narratives and crafty about like, this is what they want you to see. I'm like, listen, do your jobs and find out what he was doing with Epstein. That's what I want to know. That's what people actually want to know. I don't give a crap about his like outing with his daughter. I don't care. You know, you're a news outlet. Go journalist. Go be a journalist. That's what you're supposed to do. Drives me crazy with these people. Yeah.
But they want you to believe that Bill Gates is just like us.
Oh, yeah.
Spends father-daughter time.
Okay. I mean, he's like pervy Revenge of the Nerds. That's what he is.
Oh, God. Oh.
So gross.
Also, the esteemed healthcare expert, Dr. Fauci, was invited to give a commencement address at Emory, during which he said that there is undeniable racism, and that is what we have learned as a country from the COVID pandemic, is that there is undeniable racism.
Oh, that's what we've learned? That's what we've learned. Wow, and he gets paid that much, and that's what he's learned?
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you didn't think that he was a political animal, I mean, come on.
Okay. Well,
Can we just not?
and if that's what he's learned, then somebody fire him immediately. We're paying him way too much money. He's the highest paid federal employee that we have right now. And if that's what he's learned, he needs to be fired.
It's just unbelievable. Him and Walensky were all over the weekend talk shows to try to like not be horribly embarrassed by how awful the messaging has been on the whole mask thing. Yeah. And so they didn't do a very good job even helping themselves get over the horrible messaging. Like they just made it worse, I felt like, over the weekend. And so now we've gotten to a point where idiots like David Hogg and AOC and others are basically saying they're going to continue to wear the masks so that they don't look like Republicans. This is what they're actually saying. And I'm like, well, you realize that is a self-own. You're like, you're vaccinated. You're going to continue to be miserable in your mask. Okay.
Yeah. And be stupid. You're going to continue to be stupid. That's because you're dumb to wear that thing. You're an idiot to go outside. Because when I see somebody like driving in their car with one, or like outside in an open field, right? You know, like in a park wearing one of those things, I'm like, God, that person, how do they tie their shoes in the morning? Do they need help? They're an adult. Like, what's wrong with these people? Are dumb. And then those are the ones who obviously vote. And we know how they do it. We know how they vote, right?
I mean, can you just, even though that like he thinks it's some sort of got
burn?
you.
Like
yeah,
a sick burn.
I
Yeah.
mean, what in the hell?
Oh
I
my
just
God.
don't understand this line of thinking at all. It's so
No.
crazy.
He's a complete moron, that kid.
We
Yeah.
got to talk about, let me find my little tiny jar of balls. Oh my God, where is it? Oh, here it is.
Are we talking about Harry?
Prince Harry, who you may know
You
from
guys, there are his
sitting
balls. We have his
as
balls
having-
in the office. Those are his balls.
tiny, tiny balls.
Teeny, tiny balls. Bitsy balls. Harry's balls.
So he apparently was on a podcast. I think it was with Dax Shepard.
Yeah, Dax Shepard.
that who it was?
That's Kristen Bell's husband. She's the one that
Yeah.
was, she's been in all sorts of stuff. But Kristen Bell's husband, Dax Shepard, who you may know from such films as, I don't remember because he's not been in a lot. I think he was in one time with Jessica Simpson. And then he's been in like not a whole lot of stuff. He's like, yeah. Anyways, Dax Shepard. He has a podcast, and it's like, what is it called again?
I don't. Oh, it's Armchair X. No, I don't know.
Armchair Expert. It's Armchair
Is that what
Expert.
it's called? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Armchair Expert. That's his podcast.
Okay.
And so he scored Harry, and I don't think Meghan was there. Was Meghan there with them? Because they usually are attached at the hip.
I know. I'm surprised she let him out of the house.
She
without
usually
her.
has him on some sort of a leash.
Yeah. No,
But,
he was no, he talked about her like basically the entire time, saying that she's the one that encouraged him to seek out therapy to get over his daddy issues. He talked about, basically genetic trauma. So because Prince Charles grew up in a kind of way, and that means that he was a kind of parent to Harry, and now Harry has got to unlearn the kind of parent that Charles was and that he was a son to. And so it's so dumb. But the most important thing, and the reason that Prince Harry is now getting absolutely killed by basically everybody that is a patriotic American, is that he ripped on the First Amendment. And he basically said, he said, I've got so much I want to say about the First Amendment as I sort of understand it, but it is bonkers. That's what he said about the First Amendment.
The First Amendment is bonkers.
You know what? Get out of this country. Get out. If you don't want to be here and appreciate the foundational principles of this country, GTFO, if your family will even have you back at this point, because I don't know why he's trying to make enemies on both sides of the ocean.
Right. Didn't Dan Crenshaw rip him for that? Dan Crenshaw ripped him. I mean, everybody was ripping him for that.
Yeah.
But here's my question is, if he hates, listen, I'm just going back to his family and going back to the fact that he was so traumatized. He's so traumatized. So traumatized.
It's so hard to be a prince, you guys.
It's so tough, you guys. It's so tough for Harry with his no balls, his detached ballular area. He's so traumatized. So, I mean, if it was so tough for him and he really wants to make a statement rather than going on a stupid effing podcast, maybe he should give all that money back. Give all of it back since he earned none of it. And then, obviously, a lot of people over there, yonder where he's from, they're screaming for him to say, okay, they're saying for him to give up the title because he still has a little bit of a title. So if he's so embarrassed by this family and he's so traumatized by, why would you want to still have any sort of royal tie? Why would? Well,
didn't Meghan use the title on her children's book too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would you want that?
Stop.
And if you think that they're racist, why would you want that?
Right.
Why would you want that? I don't understand these. Oh wait, I do. They're attention whores. I do understand it. And they're using the royal family to get. This is what they've done. They've used it as a platform. He's used the money as a platform. He's used everything. He's done nothing by himself. You think he's done anything by himself?
I mean, they're signing deals now just based on their names and who they are. But again, that's because of that's because of who he was before he met her.
It's not her acting prowess.
No,
give me a break.
Is not.
These people are ridiculous.
I understand she's very good at pointing to suitcases full of money.
Yeah.
Well,
because she has a bunch now because she married a prince. Can't stand
Wait,
her.
what did Stuart say? Stuart, the Brit, is here. Harry, all free on our taxpayers. Now you pay up. Yeah, that's right. Harry should be paying up. That's exactly right, Stuart.
Exactly. Give it all back. Every single bit of it. Like from the time you were born, give it all back.
Oh, cannot stand that ballless
loser.
real.
I know. I
For
can't.
real.
I cannot.
Also,
yeah, Rick, we did run the Brits out of our country. We did do that.
Yeah.
We did.
And now he's going to come back here and then freaking complain about it?
About the First Amendment?
No.
How about you suck it? Suck it. You don't get to do that, Harry.
Cannot
You
stand.
and your ungrateful little wife.
Remember when he was cool?
Like for 2 seconds, he was cool. Remember
Yeah.
when he was like in the military and he was kind of cool, and now he's like, I'm traumatized by being a Brit. I cannot. I just can't with this guy. What is it about? Some of these men get ruined by the. I don't know. I think it's the woman. Obviously the woman. I mean, she is Yoko Ono.
She totally is.
God.
I know. I cannot stand her. So SNL, predictably, Saturday Night Live's ratings completely tanked this weekend now that Elon Musk was there and now he's not there. I don't even know who hosted. Honestly, I have no idea.
Who cares?
Yeah. I saw one clip because I wanted to see, I can't remember where I saw it, but people were like, oh, they made fun of Fauci. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me take a look at that. It was that one chick that played Hillary too. And I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, she does an okay impression, but it was so not funny. I wanted it to be funny. I was willing it to be funny.
Really? Were you?
But all I could do is go, huh. Like that's the most I could muster.
I don't even. And you laugh at a lot of stuff.
I laugh a lot.
You guffaw. I mean, even you.
Right.
That's the thing. So for you to be like, huh.
And that was an effort. I mean, I really was hopeful that there would be something redeemable about it, and it was awful. It was really, really dumb, for real.
Yeah.
Bad news for you and the rest of Texas, and that is that Matt McConaughey apparently is quietly talking to people like in the know and in politics about how he can get coordinated to make his run for governor.
Well, you know, here's the thing. He eventually has to get on a stage and debate and do all the stuff.
True.
So let's see how that works out. You know, we'll just see how that goes. Because who is he going to run against? How's that going to work? What's it going to look like? I mean, it may seem really interesting in theory now to a bunch of Democrats. But once it actually happens, let's see how it works out.
Really? Because I just, you know how people just get all like, celebrity, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
do, but it depends on what, I mean, you know. And then what are his policies? I don't know what his policies are.
Well, he just posted a photo of himself, like, I don't know if he was in Utah or like Arizona or Nevada, somewhere where they have like the cliffs, the giant cliffs and stuff. And he's on this, clearly there's no one around him for miles and miles and miles. And someone from far, far away is taking a picture of him at the top of this peak. And he's got a mask on outside. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he was one of the people that was really mad at Governor Abbott for, you know, unmasking pretty quickly and early on, even though they've done great. Texas as a state has done great with COVID, even though they're total Neanderthals, according to Biden. Yeah. But I mean, so what are they saying now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he would say about that now. I don't know if he would say that the government needed to have more control. I assume that he probably would, since he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Because most Democrats are like, we need more control. That's not what the founders wanted. It's not what they wanted. I mean, I get so, I don't, it's like, do any of these people know, or have they read a history book? Do they know what the founders actually did want? You know, it's like, I don't think anybody knows that anymore. Anybody actually has gone back and read and looked at historical documents and has understood like our actual history and what the founders really wanted for us. And they didn't want that, you know? I mean, I look at just what's happening in our country right now. I look around and I look at, I mean, people are like, they genuinely look at our government and look so much for answers for stuff like this. And I'm like, that's not what our government's here for, you guys. Like, it's really like, I get really, I don't want to say terrified, but I don't know if the word's disappointed. I don't know what it is. I think people are just dumb, Mom.
Oh yeah.
It's like, people are just dumb. It's like, they don't know history. They don't know what our country was set up to be.
Well, because nobody
that
teaches them anymore because they're too busy teaching them about how racist they all are.
Right. That concerns me. That concerns me. Like we've gone in this direction of people are looking at the government is supposed to tell me whether I'm supposed to wear a mask. Like I just was getting ready this morning. Like ABC News came on, Alexa, that chick. I don't want to say it because she'll turn on in my room here. But it was talking because I asked about the mask mandate because I wanted to hear the latest news on it, and there was this whole story afterwards about how people were just like they're like, I'm just so confused. I don't know whether I should wear it or not wear it. And there's just so much confusion. And I'm like, why is there I feel sorry for these. I genuinely feel sorry for these people because they are that dumb. I feel sorry for them. Like you're looking to all these outside, you're an adult. It's like, oh my God, like you're outside. Why would you be confused as to whether or not you should put on a damn face diaper? Why? Why is it confusing?
I'm not confused at all. I couldn't be less confused.
There's no confusion. There's zero. Like I'm not experienced confusion. Really, I've not experienced a lot of confusion over the past year, other than the fact that there are they've put so many people I'm confused as to why somebody like a Fauci has been able to call all the shots. That confuses me.
I know.
And why people follow him blindly. That confuses me.
Still, after he's been wrong so many times. It's just incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. A lot of dumb people.
All right. It's time for Toks.
Thank God.
So, okay. Do you remember how I used to love, and my husband would get mad because he's a huge Georgia fan and you're a Tennessee fan and we're supposed to be like cats and dogs, right? But there is no denying that Tennessee home games are a complete blast. And at least they used to be even funner when they would play Lil Jon during third down for what, right? That was, how much I love Lil Jon.
So fun.
So that's why I just love this talk of this guy that was totally, I feel him so much on what happens when you're trying to use navigation to get somewhere and you get the voice that interrupts your favorite songs, right? Yes. Like, so all of a sudden your map will be like, turn left. And you'll be like, ah, geez. It's like the best part of the song.
I hate that.
Watch.
Head west toward El Monte Avenue.
Oh my God, that is so me. That is
God, I hate when it does that. I hate it. It makes me so mad.
That happens to me all the time. And you're like, damn it. And you got to start the song over again. God.
I know, it makes me crazy.
The worst.
Okay, this next one is really amazing. So if you guys have been followers of the Chicks on the Right back in the day when Daisy used to be on the air with me, and we had that amazing episode that can never be forgotten, like the greatest segment of radio that has ever happened ever.
Eddie, are you walking? Is that the one?
Yes.
Is
yes.
that it?
So if you've never heard
Are you walking? Are you? Are you walking?
If you've never heard that piece of radio, you need to go to our YouTube channel, The Mock and Daisy Show, and just look for, like, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's something like the best segment of radio, or we're going to get fired for this segment, or something along those lines to hear it. Because
and obviously I'm not on the air anymore, so
right. But in essence,
decide yourselves. Yeah.
In essence, it was about, we were playing a Michael Jackson song. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? So, and she told me, I think you're saying that wrong. It's Eddie, are you walking? And I was like, and I lost it. And I couldn't do radio for like two whole segments. Anyway, amazing TikTok that I found over the weekend of a woman explaining the history of Annie, are you okay?
No.
And I had never heard this before, so I thought people might be interested in it because I was like, I had no idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
In the 1800s, a girl jumped into the Seine River. When her body was pulled out, it was put on display in the morgue so the people could come and claim her, but nobody ever did. The mortician at the time thought she was so beautiful, he made a death mask of her face. And then people all around the world thought she was so beautiful, they wanted replicas of that mask in their homes. A Norwegian toy maker was approached by scientists to create the very first CPR dummy. He based the face of it off of this death mask and then named it Annie after a relative. In CPR class, when you practice, you used to start by asking the patient how they were by saying, "Are you okay, Annie?" And this led to Michael Jackson writing the iconic line in Smooth Criminal, "Annie, are you okay?"
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Now, I've taken a couple CPR classes, and at the beginning, you do say, "Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?" You do that, and you shake the doll. You know? But I did not know that's where I didn't even know that's where Annie came from. I just thought they just named the doll Annie,
Yeah,
that's
I had
pretty
no idea. You should contact that TikToker and tell her that she's got it all wrong.
She's got it wrong. She's totally wrong.
Or in fact, Eddie, are you walking?
She probably, with that tank top, she probably wears horse shorts too.
Okay, the next thing. So there is this weird trend with like Gen Zers or whatever, where there's girls that are putting on, you know how like people wear the fake eyelashes? These go beyond fake eyelashes. These are like just stupid, long, crazy eyelashes that they look like butterflies. Basically,
I've seen people in public with these.
Okay, all right. So you know what they are. So
yeah, and I thought it was a joke, but I actually saw two girls in public with them a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "What is happening?" Yeah.
It's for real. So what you're gonna see at the beginning of this is the two girls wearing these crazy eyelashes, but then what you're gonna see in the middle of it is a chick that is questioning what the hell they're doing, and she is my favorite. Okay, listen.
So we just came back from the nail salon and I asked for a pedicure and I wanted blue. And
bitch, fuck all that. We don't want to know what color you asked for. What in the Charlotte Web is going on with your eyelashes? Bitch, I'm gonna call the exterminator.
So we just came back from the nail salon and I asked for a pedicure and I wanted blue. And
I love her.
Bitch, fuck all that. We don't want to know what color you asked for. What in the Charlotte Web is going on with your eyelashes?
What in the Charlotte's Web?
What in the Charlotte's
Web is going on with your eyelashes?
Oh my God.
What, seriously, but what is that? What are they doing? Do they think that that's cute?
I don't know.
Cute. It's not cute. You look
it
like
looks
you have
insane.
You look like you have a fungus. You look like something is happening. Like there is something. You need to go to the doctor.
I mean,
they paid for that. They paid money for that.
I know. That isn't right at all.
Stop it, Gen Z. Stop it immediately. My daughter's Gen Z. She would never do that.
Oh my God. And it has to, I mean, can you imagine like how it has to be so uncomfortable?
You'd be basically Joe Bidening it the whole day.
Just squinting all the time because there's constantly something in your eye. Anyway, I love those.
It's bad. It's so bad. Tarantula. Kathy says it looks like tarantulas fighting. It does, Kathy. It does.
Right.
In your face.
I mean...
Ridiculous.
Anyway, I love that lady.
Remind everybody again to watch your show today.
Yeah, or listen.
Listen to your show. You don't watch it, you listen.
You guys.
Sorry. I forget.
I mean, I got a guest that's like a really hard to get guest, and I'm super proud of getting this particular guest. And so you're just going to have to tune in. I don't like to be a tease, but today I'm being a tease. Okay. So WIBC.com at 9:00. That's when you're going to want to tune in.
That's right.
All right.
Sounds like a pretty cool guest.
It's a really cool guest.
You guys bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. You guys have a great Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.